come at first, they will spend 14 days in these withholding cells. And after the drugs leave their system, as we detox them, they will send them to the dormitory. This place was only for 50 guys, but since the crisis came and a lot of young people were dying, the place is now 120 people. So the 5 bathrooms is so small, so we're trying to build 8 more bathrooms. And this side will only be for toilet, and the 10 bathroom there will be only for shower. So all this new place is effort to make the place better, because this place actually was just like a portrait, chicken portrait, and we transform it into rooms. Now we trust in God to build these many buildings so that they can be as comfortable as possible. So let's come to this way. So
Also, how many times a day?
yeah, the big bread.
How many times?
You only one per day?
Yeah, we do 1 bag. No, we can do 2-3 bags. Sometimes when customers, when people want more bread, they contact us. But this can mix 1 bag, 50 ton, 50 kilo
50 kilos.
per time.
But you only do.
Yeah, we have our services, we have our program, we have our talent show, the ones that sing, the entertainers, they sing for us, they rap for us.
So what's your schedule as a pastor as well? Like how many times are you
Every morning,
speaking and
every morning we have devotion here.
every morning, yeah.
Every evening we have devotion here.
yeah.
Then Sundays we have service here, full service. We do these shirt tabas. These are beautiful shirts. We buy them like this,
Oh, then you tie it over here.
and then we tie that there.
It's another creative thing, right?
Yeah. And we make them to do.
Any drugs to
No.
Coach.
It's
Yeah.
herbs we give them. The herbs we give them just for them to sweat in the morning and be free to toilet and
Yeah,
urinate.
How long do they stay in here then?
14 days. Or in here,
Yeah.
some of them 6 months, some of them 9 months, some of them 12 months, some of them 18 months. Yeah. Like most of the guys, they're testing now. After the test, we know the claim. Then we start training them. Yeah. And after their training, then they can go.
And why you decide to do something like this?
Well, when I went to the TRC, they recommended amnesty for me. And so I thought that was an unusual kindness. So I decided to sentence myself to community service. Because I feel that I contributed to giving the young people arms and encourage them into an extreme life. So now the war was over, I decided to help them because most of them were given drugs to be brave to go to the front line. So after the war, they were all addicts. So I decided that I would help them to clean them at least.
How many of you helped? How many people?
We've graduated successfully 638 from 2007 to now.
13.
With no training. Yes, just prayers. I started first with prayers. Now we're getting different trainings. I have gone to other places for training. Then my older sister, she's a herbalist and a nutritionalist. But she's schooling in America, so she came down to help me. She in and out. So she come and help with the detox company. I was a witchcraft at school as a witchcraft. So I was never fighting with physical strength. I was fighting as a spiritist. So it was believed that once I was naked, I would be able to display my spiritual power effectively. So that's why I went naked. I'm transformed from one spiritual power to another spiritual power. I was of the dark spiritual power.
Okay.
Now I am of the light in the spiritual power. I'm a Christian now.
Okay.
Tried. Wanted me to go to fight, and I could not fight, and they burned down my house. They killed some of my family, believing that I had betrayed them, because during the war, there were the warlords were using money to buy the loyalties of most fighters. So Charles Taylor will give money to buy our loyal fighters to fight for him. Roosevelt Johnson will offer money to buy Charles Taylor loyal fighter to fight for him. So when I got convicted, they thought I was bought by Charles Taylor not to fight for them. So they came after me. Then when they saw me preaching and started exposing all of our witchcraft, when they go to the front line and they die, they believe I was the one who exposed the spiritual protection, and that's how they died. So they even ran behind me as far as Ghana. I left the country, I went to Ghana on the refugee camp. They went after me there. I went to Nigeria, they went after me there. So I stopped fighting in the middle of the war.
You're not
Fighting on the front line right after a sacrifice on light. A voice came from behind me. When I looked at the voice, it was a man brighter than the sun that I could not look at for the split second. I knew the difference between human being and spirit being. So I knew he was a spirit being. But he was so bright that I could not look at him. I had to bow my head to talk to him. And he told me to repent and live or refuse and die. I was so afraid I could not think. But then other Christians said he went to them, the same description went to them to tell them to come and preach to me that he had called me for his purpose. And so even though the Christians were praying against me, according to them, they received a prophecy that they should not pray against me, but pray for me. So those Christians came to meet me and they told me everything I saw, so I believed them. That's how I stopped fighting. It's normal, in my view. People do not believe, some people don't believe I have changed. Some people believe I have changed. Like I can bet, even though they myself don't see every day, but the fact they have interacted with me, I know they know I have changed. But the ones who have not come closer, some of them believe and some of them do not believe. Yes. And human mentality, they conclude by themselves. They say, well, once he's changed, if I slap him, he's not supposed to slap me back. So when some of them come to slap me, I slap them back. They say, I have not changed. You know, when they come to try, they say, let's see if he changed. And they slap me. And I slap them back. They say, oh, he's not changed. Well, before, you didn't have to slap me before I slapped you. Now, at least, you have to slap me first before I slap you. So there's a level of change. I have that fear. When I got converted, there are so many parts of my life. Like this, what I'm doing is one remorseful action. But I went practically to victims to say I'm sorry. Some of them forgive me. Some of them refuse to forgive me. Some of them give me conditions. I met some of the conditions. Some I have not met the conditions. And so, but what I did, and I thank God for, is there were two major tribes fighting, my tribe and the people and the tribes from Nimba, and they were my arch victim. They were the more people that are victimized. My main circle now are also Nimbadians, my workers, my advisors, even my wife. And I go more to Nimba to appeal, and Nimba have accepted me even more than my own people. My own people feel betrayed, that I betrayed, I'm exposing the powers the forefather left to them. So most of them still have not forgiven me. If you go under my life now, you go in my backs, you see more insults from my tribal people then you will see from the people ahead, I would say it's about 80 to 20%. So 80% of my people insults me, and only 20% of the people who I harm, because I have done everything I try in my weak way to restitute, to make friends, to say I'm sorry. So, but yet, I still have the fear, but not the fear that somebody will harm me, because I have given them, when I go to appeal, I tell them, if you think killing me will make you happy, harming me will make you happy, do it. And generally, I'm also advocating for the War Crime Court. I'm one of the big advocates for the War Crime Court, because I know that's when most people will have closure to what happened to them, if they know somebody is punished for the wrong that was done to them. I would have made a very good excuse if I wanted to, because my father had my mother give birth to me for me to be the priest. My father was choosing to be the priest, but he was watching and educated.
And that was his choice.
My father, they asked him to have a child that he would give. So my mother gave birth to me. My mother kept me for 4 years and turned me over to my father, who kept me for 3 years and turned me over to the culture to be trained. So I could give all the excuses, but I know very well the first time I had the opportunity to sacrifice an innocent child, I did not like it. I knew it was wrong, even though after some time my conscience became sealed on a daily basis or whatever, especially at the cry of the child. So I knew it was wrong. So I could have given an excuse to say, well, I was a child, I didn't know. But the fact that the first time my conscience told me it was wrong, that means I had a choice. Maybe they would have killed me and I would have been long, forget it. But then the many and thousand people that have died in my hand, maybe they wouldn't have died in my hand or in the hands of the person who was a priest. So I have no justification. Every action from one, I feel bad about that. Now, I do a lot of work and do a lot of game plays not to think about it. But the whole of today, when he told me you people were coming, I was worried because I knew these questions would come up. And as we leave now, I'm going to go through those.
But do you find it therapeutic to talk about it, and then it's out in the open and it's not a burden for you?
After I talk about it,
Yeah.
it becomes, because I'm going to be seeing them all through today. Yes.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
These are
It's okay because you hearing it. Look at the question you asked. Is it still happening now?
Yeah.
You hearing it could help stop it. You could go back and say, well, Joshua said this thing is still going on. How can it be stopped? So that's why I need to keep telling it.
You regret of something of
100% regret every action.
Is there one?
Unfortunately, I was 7 years of age, and I was given by my father to be trained as a witch priest. So from the age of 7 to the age of 11, I did not see the daylight. 6 a.m. in the morning, I'm blindfolded in the forest. 7 p.m. removed the blindfold. So I went to the school of witchcraft for 4 years. I was trained how to thrust out hearts and keep it alive from animals until I started practicing on humans. So that was a program that my tribe programmed me, and they made me to believe the gods that my father worshipped was God Almighty and every creation was his. So when he requests any human being, It's just like you raising a chicken and you want your chicken. The caretaker should give it to you. So I was trained to believe every human being was his, and every time he requests for any human being, the elders bring it to me, and I gave it to him. And the way I gave it to him was thrusting out the heart, put the heart on the plate and gave it to him. Ethnicity was used because my tribe, when we came to power by toppling a government that have lasted for more than 100 years. So we overthrew a government of the settlers. And when we overthrew, we were many tribes. We had the Nemadians, we have the Nigerians, we have the Var, we have different people. When we came to power, we wanted the power all by ourselves and started eliminating the other guys because they were all soldiers, and we were afraid that if we just sack them from the position and put our own people there, they could come after us. So we will put crime on them and execute them, put crime on them and execute them. So politicians now use that. So they look at the strongest tribe and put their weight behind that tribe, and the tribe came to attack us. Unfortunately, the Muslims ran tribe were also victim because of us. When this country was founded, the tribes that were in the borders of this country, they were among. But the settlers came, they were all Christians. And at that time, Alhaji Muhammad have just started his Muslims awareness. And in America, they label him trouble man. So when they came, the Muslim tribes that were here, they did not give them credence. Even though they were here, they tried to keep them outside politics for a very long time. So when we came to power and we were eliminating other peoples, we decided to buy their allies and said, but these people have been citizens. So because he announced it's citizen, the rest of the people said it was him who made them citizens. So because of that, they became, they were looking for us because we ruled, and they were looking for them because they believe we made them citizens to join us. So they started killing the both tribes. So almost all of the tribes were afraid to even associate with the Crown or the Mafia. So after those died, most of us went into exile. Then the two tribes again joined and came back together. Even though they split them later, but then they came back together. So it was for power and wealth. But the instrument that was used was tribe. Every time we were fighting, we want to capture an area that have diamond and gold before ceasefire. Because once you have those areas, then you can, like I used to get on the Kina to go to the Mexican ships on the international waters. I used the boat, the little boat go there, give them diamond, and they gave me ammunition.
Firearms or weapons?
Firearms, bullets, drugs, in exchange for gold and diamond. In the West tribe, it is believed if I eat part of your organs, I inherit your life. So if you're supposed to live for 10 more years, it is believed in the witchcraft practice, if I eat part of your organs, your 10 years is added to my years. And in war, everybody wanted to live. You don't want to die. So that's why it was practiced.
Widespread, right? Widespread, many.
Yeah. It's a common belief. Even before the war, there is a guy from the Liberian tribe called Kuwamba. When he was killed, his parts were eaten because we believe if you eat that part, you'll be strong like the man, and you will live like him.
The liver, or anything.
All the life organs, the heart, the liver, all those kidneys and all those things. Yes.
You do something with that, like you cook it or
Sauce. Yeah.
sorry, but
Yeah. Sometimes some people cook it. Some people bravely eat it raw. Even politicians believe that you have a luck. When they kill you, then they use your luck to be politician. So they still do it. In the past regime, even now, you still see people die, and you see organ extracted from them, and you are calling to those beliefs and practices.
the unity of the country? You think it's possible after all these things happen and all this?
It's possible, but it will be more effective if the court is established. Because most of us who were generous are still very powerful in different forms. Like now, there are people who are made fatherless. They don't have the privilege to live, even like these children I'm living. So you can't say it's true unity if that person do not have an option for him to be asked, what should we do to him? Should we jail him or should we kill him? So those people their questions and their quests and their fear need to be answered. Others, very strong fighters and political leaders who brought the war, are politicians still. They still have bodyguards moving with them. So nobody, I cannot say it's true unity. If she and myself went into a conflict now because she's weaker, when people say stop, she could stop. But if she's certified, so you need to first tie me and tell her, say, look, he's at your mercy. What should we do to him? And let her say, okay, I forgive him. Then I believe that she really forgave. But now I'm still with my muscles. I'm still strong. I'm still stronger than her. And you ask her now, say, do you forgive him? And she said, yes. I won't accept it because she could be afraid that if she said no, I could jump back to fight her. So I believe until that court is established, we cannot determine the state of Liberia because they come up. Sometimes I get so angry and just tell somebody, you damn Chancellor rebel. And sometimes somebody get angry with me and say, you damn killer. So even though we don't go beyond that, but if that is in it, it's something that we need to watch out for, that there should be a closure. We had a chance with the Truth and Reconciliation, but the politic side, other leaders went there and lied and said they didn't do anything. And said, some of them even said Liberia should pay them because they free Liberia from crown people. Some say they free Liberia from child stealer. Some say they free Liberia from the Madingo people. So they should be paid, They should be paid. So the process was politicized. Then the process concluded and asked the president at the time that she should not run for political office because she was part of the war, and then she tried to rubbish the entire process. So I don't call that true reconciliation.